Welcome back, guys. And if you're new, think about liking and subscribing. Doesn't cost anything right now, but you never know nowadays. But today we're going to build a rain barrel. I got the barrel. We got it set up on some cinder blocks. I have some cinder blocks laying around. I want it up in the air a little bit. We're just going to do the standard kit, the Earthminded kit, what it came with. We're going to drill the hole in the gutter. We're going to put this piece in. And this is our flow. This little piece goes in the barrel. What you do is you drill the hole in the barrel and you put this piece in, and your other dealie will go in there. This will go in there, so it'll come from the gutter into the barrel. You don't want to be too high and you don't want to be too low. You want to be kind of downhill just a hair, because when the barrel fills up, then this pipe will fill up. Then it'll close, the water will be around here, and then your gutter will just flow through the center. I mean, you don't have to. You can have an outflow or whatnot, but that's what we're going to do for now. The only thing you got to worry about is your drill bits. Comes with 3, the hole saw bits. Just make sure you use the right hole saw for the right plug, which is easy. This big plug is going to get the big hole saw. It's going to be a hair smaller than this, so it fits in there. So it's going to be a little pain to get it in. And you got these. Easy way to tell is just kind of line it up. See, this one, it fits almost inside, so it ain't going to work too good. And this one, see, it barely fits. It's hard to tell, but they mushroom out. So you're going to have to like fold it in, use some Vaseline or some like dish soap. And you just kind of bend it, pop it in there, boop. And you got your threads. Once you start threading your piece in there, it's going to push it out and expand it. So in theory, you shouldn't need thread tape or anything, because this is rubber. It's like a gasket. You can thread tape it if you want. So what we'll do is we'll do our barrel first. We'll drill a hole down here. I don't want to be too far at the bottom. We'll use our little faucet for now. I believe it threads into these. Yeah, this is the right one here. Get the right hole saw bit. Tools you really need, pretty much, is a drill. Maybe a wrench to thread, but should just be a drill. So we're gonna drill this hole. You can center it, measure it however you want. I'm just gonna put it kind of right here in the center. See, you kind of want, when we redo this design, when we come up with a different design, we're going to drill through the very bottom, because we're going to keep linking some barrels together. You better use all your water. Now you won't be able to use all your water, because you're going to have to drill, oof, big dent in it. You have to drill up a little bit higher to get your faucet. You can drill down more, your faucet's just going to be on an angle. It just all depends what you want. Now, I'm using this barrel. This used to be I used it for a horse feed barrel. It used to have pickles in it. Has a seal and everything, and it has a nice big top, which has a little bit of water in it. But it has this nice big top, so you can get in there and clean it. If you use a clear rain barrel, you want to try to paint it black, cover it, because the sunlight getting into it is going to grow algae. This shouldn't get much sunlight at all, so we shouldn't have an algae problem. Oh, let's get the hole drilled. We go towards the bottom a bit. I drilled it pretty good. Every time you buy one of these kits, though, it's going to come with a hole saw bit and all that. So I don't know if you can go. This was the Amazon one. You may be able to go to their website. Let's get you down here. We're just gonna. It's gonna have some burrs. So all you're gonna do, take your knife, clean it up a little bit. Now you can go to hardware store, and they got things called bulkhead fittings, which won't be too hard to use on a barrel like this. But if you have a barrel with the smaller holes, like our water barrel. This is the only hole you got. You're not gonna reach your hand up in there or nothing, so it's gonna be a little bit harder. I see people use string. You fish a piece of string down through the hole. It'll be a hassle. Well, work with what you got. You can even use trash cans. You can go to the store and get trash cans. I'm trying to clean this up a hair. You don't want to cut too much off because you want the hole fairly small because you got your fitting. I've seen people putting silicone behind it and whatnot. And we'll see how this works. It comes with instructions and all. So, rain's going to be important. I'm not doing a first flush system because sometimes it only rains for 5-10 minutes. If you got your first flush system, you're gonna lose a lot of water. Now you're not just gonna drink this out of the barrel. If you had to drink it, which this is not made for drinking, but you're gonna wanna boil it, filter it. This is meant for gardening. All right, you got the plug, just goes right in. I'll show you how to do it again. Got your plug, you just push down on the center and kind of fold it in. This way. It's kind of a pain. You get it folded in just like that, and you slide it in the hole, and it'll expand in. Then you just take your fitting, and we'll start screwing it in here. You could use a wrench. Hopefully it expands it out enough. And maybe I should have went with a smaller drill, but all right, there's that. Let's get the hose. We'll put some water in there, and we'll see if it leaks. All right, we got the hose. Now we'll see if it leaks. Also, in the future, this is going to be run with a solar panel, 12-volt pump, and battery. We can pump our water from our barrel to our mobile unit and take it to different areas. Yeah, we're already experiencing a little leak down here around the gasket. So yeah, it didn't as far as a strike against it, it does not work very good. Does not hold that plug in there real well. And that was the smallest hole saw that comes with to drill their hole. But yeah, you just pull it right out. That's kind of crap right there, I'll tell you. Now, we could probably get some silicone and put around it. They got a little plug it comes with too. This is a drain plug. I'm gonna put this in here. We'll see if that worked any better. Maybe that little thing is just a piece of crap. Well, the faucet is definitely. I can already see it bubbling out around it a little bit. Alright, so the kit, you're going to want to put some silicone around that. It's just not a good enough rubber seal to seal it on its own. So strike one. I mean, it's not a big deal. You can get some silicone, but let's see what we get here. It's the bad thing about hole saws. You know, you get your... Oh, there you go. So I guess next, this guy's got to go in up over here. Put it up here somewhere where we can run our hose in from the gutter. It could be anywhere because this is fairly stretchy. So again, use the, I don't think we can use that small one yet. So we can't use the smallest one because it won't fit at all. We're gonna have to go with the next size up. Same thing, just put your arbor down through it. Screw it on down. And we'll drill this hole. We'll have to get some silicone for that. A little tip I remembered, sometimes if you put the drill in reverse and drill the plug hole, it cuts it a little smoother. That's a little thing to remember. Alright, we'll put this in. This don't really have to be watertight. As the water runs out, we're at the very top anyway. This shouldn't take real long to do this. The silicone part will probably be the longest part because you have to let it set up for a bit. That fit up in there good. We'll bring you over here and check it out. Eventually we'll get ourselves proper cameras, but for now, the price of things, this is what we're gonna have to deal with. Well, there she is, right up in there, not too bad. This is the hose that's made to fit in it, which you can just bend it. See, it'll go right up in there. Not very good though. I got a little bit of a... So the guy I watched, that Greentown guy, he uses PVC. So I'm just trying to use the kit for right now. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch to arbor. We're gonna put the saw to cut the gutter, which I don't know if this is made from metal, but that's a thin aluminum. It was a 2 1/8. So if you bought multiple of these kits, you'd have a crap ton of hole saw bits, all the same though. It's a cheap drill, but I got it for a good price many years ago. So it goes right in here. I want to come out. We don't want to be too high. Or some safety glasses probably. You know, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. It's your eyes, but it's a good thing to wear. Now this one's a little more difficult supposedly. Just gotta watch out for some of these dull edges or sharp edges. Use the back of your knife. You don't want to use your blade. Your knife has a spine on it, so it'll take all them little burrs off. Get your hole there. This gutter is damaged anyway, so I'm not too worried about messing it up. And this will fold in here. Oh yeah, it does get 2 screws, which I don't know. I didn't get them. We want to get this into here. Let's instead of doing it dry here, let's get a little water on that. Alright, since it's easier to go into here, we'll do it last. This one's giving me trouble. That's where a nice PVC pipe would probably work a lot better, because you can just, you know, not force it in there, but it's more rigid. This thing is collapsing and stuff, so it's not holding its shape right. So it may not stay in real good. Which I don't know. We'll get that into here. We'll definitely have to get the screws to put into that gutter piece to keep it from coming out. Get this bendy straw freaking thing in the. I don't know about that, but all right. So let's try it out. Let's see if we can get you positioned here. We'll shoot some water up on the roof. We'll see if it starts working. That's not working. That's dripping. So that's a downfall there. If they knew it needed silicone, they should include a little tiny bottle to where people could do it. But that's just, it's just a little thing. All right, hold on a second. Alright, let's see if we can shoot some water up here, see if anything runs down. If we see anything come through the spout. Because I don't want to be waiting for the rain and then try to come out here and film this. I see water coming off the edge of the roof. I hear the gutters. I see water coming out of the gutter. Oh, there we go. There's a little tiny bit, a little pisser. So it looks like it catches some water. Not all water. It's kind of. It is working. It's not bad, because I only sprayed it for about half a minute. There it goes, starts coming out. We'll get the screws put in here to hold that thing in there, right? Now, if this seals up, the water has nowhere to go out. It'll back up in this tube and then go out the gutter. So you can have this kind of a sealed system where you don't have to have an overflow. After a while, we'll hit Harbor Freight. We'll see if we can find ourselves a pump, or maybe Tractor Supply, where we can get a transfer, like an RV pump, to where it doesn't continuously run. It only runs when you turn the hose on. And then we can transfer water into our little tank where we can haul it up to our garden or wherever we need it. Water seems to be getting scarce everywhere, so I do advise people getting rain barrels. A couple rain barrels here and there if you can. Even just if you can, just get some totes. Just be smart about the water. Don't just drink it right out of the barrel. If you're going to drink it, you're not supposed to. Boil it, purify it. Use it for your garden, anything like that. But it's water's very important. You don't live long without water. It's air than water. So just think about that. Appreciate you guys for joining. I'm a little disappointed in this part. You never know, it may need a little time to swell up with the water, so we can check back in with it. It's gonna rain here this weekend, so I'm gonna get my screws put in there to keep that from popping back out. It doesn't take long. About 15 minutes. It'd be a little bit less because I had to film, move camera. But you get your blocks, you can build yourself a frame, you can set it on the ground. But local, I don't know, you have to look online. My local feed store, it's like a family owned one, they carry stuff like this, different ones. Like I said, if you get a clear one, make sure you cover it, paint it black. You gotta keep the sun out of it because it'll grow algae, and then it'll just clog up. The only tool we really need is just a drill. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you like the video, let me know if you got rain barrels, how many barrels you got, what kind of system you want. Do you want me to order some other systems? I've seen one where I guess you just, wherever your seam in the gutter is, you take it off and it's a block that goes in there and it has a little pipe comes out. They look pretty cheap. I can try different ones. So this one, that part's the only part I'm not really liking. I'll get that fixed. So as always, you guys stay safe, enjoy your day. If you have a long weekend, that's good. I do. Which I got, on the homestead, there's always something to do, so I figure I get out here and try this kit out. Don't believe it's worth the money. Like I said, let me know if you want me to try some other ones. Let me know which ones you're thinking about, and I'll check them out. And see you later.